Hey, what's good, everybody? You watching Setting the Record Straight live with Peter Anderson. Um, you already see the thumbnail. You already know what we about to do. So I do have a guest with me. He came to me and said, "Hey, bro, I got a topic for you. We need to
Got
talk
something to
about
talk
it." And I
about.
said, "Let's go ahead and talk about it." So I got Dorell Clark with me. What's up, bro?
What's
Um,
going on, man?
what's up, man? Hey, so we're talking about social media destroyed relationships. And I know you want to expound on that more because you had a lot more to, kind of for the title, but the title was kind of long, so I kind of condensed it into a smaller title. So but yeah, go ahead and share with your thoughts on that and we'll take it from there.
Oh, we lost connection.
Oh, I was saying go ahead and share your thoughts on that and we could take it from there as well. So
Okay, yeah, it froze for a second, but I got you. You back.
uh,
So yeah, what did you say? I'm sorry, it
but
froze.
now I was saying that go ahead and let you go ahead start off with the topic.
Okay,
What
all
you
right,
want
yeah.
to
Well,
talk about, and we go from there.
I was thinking about this for a while, maybe the
Uh-huh.
past 3 months or so, and then I seen Drink Champs interview with Boosie, and
Uh-huh.
Boosie said it, and Boosie said pretty much literally what I've been thinking. He was like, "Man, it's because of social media that everybody is breaking up and stuff like that." And what he said was, that you seeing more people now. You're exposed to so much now.
Uh-huh.
Before it wasn't like that. Before, like he said, he's like before it was just your boyfriend or whoever you dealing with, and then the dude is the job. You know what I'm saying? That's all your girl had exposure to. But now she got everybody in her DMs, everybody liking her pictures. You know what I'm saying? So now she, in
Uh-huh.
her eyes, she see options. You know what I'm saying? And it's not every woman. I'm not saying every woman is like that, but the majority of women that are exposed to a lot in today's society, they see it as, oh, well, this dude over here flexing on Instagram look like he doing way better than my dude. I might as well, you know what I mean, look at this grass on the other side. And it's this perception that we're giving and receiving um, that's really distorting logic. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Uh-huh.
think that you're going to be doing better. You think that you're going to be getting better by leaving your current relationship going over here. And I don't know if you listen to Jay Gibbons or not, but he said husband leave. What do you say? Husbands leave because they love these wives. And what he said by that, meaning like you're supposed to be husband and wife biblically. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be just out here with everybody and anybody. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying like,
Uh-huh.
okay, a husband would leave his current relationship to go get with another chick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else girl. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
everybody's just like successful of just being with everybody else, and it's a sad world we live in, to say the
Right.
least.
So,
But
my question is, we're talking about this topic where, social media has destroyed relationships. Like, what about social media that, made what you just said transpire?
I feel that the oversaturation of lies on social
Mm,
media, because everybody's selling dope, everybody got mad money in the bank, everybody thugs, all the girls Instagram models, everybody's trying to one up somebody else, and this is all because of that heart or that thumbs up. It's a drug.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a dopamine hit, really. That's what it
Exactly.
is.
It's exactly. It's a drug. So when somebody see like, oh, I got 100 likes, I got, you know what I mean, I got 1,000 likes. Now
Mhm.
I can show a little more skin. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if, you know what I'm saying, hypothetically speaking, a guy has a girl and she's beautiful. You tell her
Mhm.
she's beautiful all the time. You tell her she's beautiful all the time. Now she's getting, like I said, love from all these other guys on social media. He ain't looking so good no more. These other guys is, fitness trainers and all that. You know what I mean? Like showing your girl, like, yeah, I can do you better than that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just saying, this stuff happens. I have friends, and
Mhm.
this stuff happens to them. You know what I'm saying? So,
It does.
and you know what I'm saying? And it sucks. It's like, God dang, man. And I hate to see like people that have been married, you know, 2-3 years, like newlywed people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we got divorced. We ain't last. You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah,
happened?
we're really. I mean, the stats on that with the marriage in between the 3 and 5 year mark is where the most divorce happens.
Yep.
So it's a lot. It's crazy because what social media has done, it's changed the game. Just like you said, I saw that interview on Drink Champs with Bootsy,
Hmm.
and it's really it made people feel like there's more out there that is tangible than what's at
Exactly.
home. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
Exactly.
you're scrolling through, um, and you got people, you literally seeing people advertising their body, advertising what kind of woman or what kind of man they are. You know,
Hmm.
you got people advertising themselves. And if for the life of me, if I see another post of women talking about, oh, I'm this kind of chick and blah 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 blah, like I'm just like, would you advertise? Is this
Right.
advertisement of
Right.
yourself? Like
Right.
now, if you check their inbox, they got a bunch of dudes coming at them saying, trying to get into their inbox, and then they get upset about these dudes being in the inbox. I'm like, but you
This is what you
advertise,
want. This is
right?
what you want. This is what you're asking for.
Right.
Yeah,
So
this is what you're selling. You're selling something that you don't want to be bought. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're confusing yourself. Like, do you want the attention or you don't want the attention? What are we doing here? Also, people compare themselves now to other
right.
people. That is
Talk
a
about that.
real big thing.
Talk about
That's a
that.
real big thing. So I'm just speaking like as a guy. You know what I'm saying? You scrolling through Instagram, you seeing all these girls with these guys, you're like, dang, how he get hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mhm,
now you're
mhm.
like, well, maybe I'm not doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't have enough money. Maybe I'm not the fittest. Maybe I'm not driving the best car. So now you keeping up with the Joneses because you see, you know what I mean, people on Instagram living, like I said, these fake lives. You know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't really who they say are. You know, you taking a picture by somebody else's car. Listen, it goes way beyond comprehension. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, those things these guys do, women do to entertain. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And some of them do get it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody's like that. Some of them do get it like that, but the majority of people on social media aren't living these lives that they perceive, and
Right.
we fall into this snare of I got to get like that.
Right.
And
Right.
when you try to get like that, now you looking stupid. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And it make and I'm looking at a comment that's up there, and it's from James, and James said social media has allowed fulfillments of ego
Mm,
regardless of being warranted or not. It's
right.
like you feel like you got so many options. So it's just like the it's like that whole saying, the grass ain't greener on the other side.
Right.
And the problem is that's a true statement, because you got people on social media acting like the grass is greener on the other side, and it's not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, if this person don't treat me right, or whatever, I can leave and go get somebody else. And then they
Right.
find out that
It
it's
ain't
not
like
like
that.
that, and they
It
done
ain't
messed
like
up
that.
what they had at the house. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Yep.
so it's a real dangerous thing. And I hope people get aware of what's actually taking place when we're on social media,
Hmm.
and we have to kind of be wise about what we put out, what we're advertising.
Right.
And what I've been posting, what I do on my page. I really try to enlighten people and say, hey, look, let's think with the right perspective. I
Right.
understand. I understand everybody got their own kind of perspective, but let's 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 put it in the right perspective. And
Well,
so,
well, well, not only that, people don't love themselves anymore. They
mm,
don't love who they are anymore. They don't love who God created anymore. They love somebody else, and then they try to be that person.
but I get why it's like that. I kind of
I
get,
mean,
because it's social media. Because what happens is when you see the women with the BBLs and the breast lifts and
right.
all these, they pretty much manufactured bodies. That's just
Yeah.
what it is nowadays.
Manufactured bodies.
When you literally see them getting all the likes
Yeah.
from guys and from pretty women, This
Right.
because the video I want to show you kind of goes into that a little bit, but I do want to touch on that because this is something we have to talk about because it's a trap. And that's why I say guys shouldn't be on social media liking pretty pictures of women. No, because what happens is it kind of misguides women's and misguides men's attention, and they kind of get confused on why these guys are liking these pictures. You know, when guys you see guys liking these pictures, they're not liking it with good intentions. They're liking it because they want to hopefully make them get that dopamine hit so I could be in her inbox later because I want to see what those cheeks are like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And not only that, that goes to also with the lack of communication skills among people. There's no, like, we really can't talk to people like we used to. Like before, you meet a girl, have a conversation with her, there's a courtship involved. Now it's like, hey, what you talking about tonight? I know you don't know me, but you know what I'm saying? You're like, why do people slide in DMs like that? You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it when MySpace was popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course. But you know what I'm saying? But now as I get older and I understand what manhood is, I just consciously can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? And also, obvious other reasons.
Don't get me wrong, bro. I see pretty pictures of women all the time going down my timeline. Does your boy like them? No,
right?
Because I understand the damage that it can do. It can mislead a woman. It could mislead a man saying, "Hey, this is what we're supposed to be liking," or "This is what gets the likes." Like you'll have girls. They'll go. They're chilling. Throughout the day, they'll post a picture of their face, and people will like it. Oh yeah, girl, you look good. You so pretty, right? Cool. But she goes on vacation, and she's wearing bikini, and she want to show us a little something. Then she gets triple or double the likes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then she realizes, man, if I post this, I could get more likes. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just showing a little more skin than I normally. And this is how it starts. It starts off innocent. It starts off, I just want some likes,
It starts that way.
Right. And then eventually you get that. But see, dopamine is like a drug.
Yeah.
When you go down that route, then what happens is the adverse effect that you don't want happens. Men start looking at you as an object and not someone they should be caring about, somebody that they should cherish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why you get these dudes in your DM, trying to send D pics to you. And that's why you get dudes in your DM trying to holler at you, try to see what's that like, what you advertising, what's that like.
Right. And also the downside of that is now we are in a time where you got to pick a wife out from that. You got to pick out a husband out from that. You know what I'm saying? Now you be like, well, who can I sit there and be like, well, my girl ain't all over, you know what I mean, social media with a chest and butt all out, you know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of dudes is going to wife a chick like that, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of girls is going to wife a dude this a thirst trap, they call them, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not.
But that's true, bro, because this is the psychological thing that happens. Dudes, good, solid dudes. They want to wife a woman one day. But the problem is men like sex. I'm sorry. And if you advertising sex, you can have a good dude in your inbox, but he's coming for sex.
Right.
Because
that's what you put. Exactly. That's what you put on Front Street.
Right.
That's what you put on Front Street.
I'm getting all these trash men. And you see that he's a good dude and he's entertaining. He's showing you that he's good and he's good. But it's like you're advertising something that he wants. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you give him what he wants, it's like he almost like testing the waters with you. And then if then he finds out that all you have is what you've been advertising, and that's where this ends, he's just gonna
Right.
get what he advertising and go about his business. And he wasn't a bad dude. It didn't work out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
And then it kind of it's almost like a self-perpetuating problem
Mhm.
that is happening, and it needs to stop. It has to.
Yeah.
Something got to give. And but
And granted, like
social
I
media,
said, I don't know if you have, but I mean, I feel victim to it too. You know what I'm saying?
of
Like,
course, yeah, of
you know
course,
what I'm
man.
saying? But I feel
Look,
victim to it too. Like, I see a girl, be like, yo, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But then like I said, as I grew older, as I matured, I'm like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Especially, praying and finding out what real manhood is, real
right,
discipleship is.
right.
I can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something wrong. It's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not a natural thing for me to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if it's something being led by sex, like you said, you hit on it perfectly. If it's being led by sex, then that's what it's gonna be led. That's what the conversation is gonna be led by.
Oh yeah. Tim said, "What's up?"
Tim, yeah, tell Tim I said what's going on. Tim, what's going on? You can hear me, man. But yeah, man. It's just a different society. And then we also deal with like role switching as well. Social media has it to where um I'm not saying women can't, please don't take me wrong, because I know how this is gonna come across. But women feel that they can do what men can. I'm not saying they can't do it, because they
Right.
are definitely willing and able to do anything a man can do. But there are certain things that I feel like should be a man's role, and there's certain things that should be a woman's role.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
mean,
say, bro, I say it like this, and my heart's in the right place, so I really don't care as much as how they think I'm trying to say it. I
hmm
know my heart's in the right place when I say this. There are some jobs that are for hips, and there are some jobs that are for shoulders. It's just that plain and simple.
right,
That's it.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
got
yeah,
our strengths, it's strengths and weaknesses,
yeah. That is true.
it's not no shade. I think once we realize this, and I think the emerging of social media, and it's just happened really in the last like 15 years. Um, and it's really it's kind of I say part of the problem is feminism. A part of the problem is this idea that women and men are equal in everything, and instead of equal value, we're equal in value, but we're not equal. I don't care how much I say, that I want to, I can't have a baby. I
Right,
can't push out a
right.
baby.
You
You know what I'm saying? I
cannot.
don't
Yeah,
right. I cannot do that. We're not equal. We're equal in value, but as far as equal, that means we're the same. Like we could do the same
right,
exact things, and we cannot. I'm sorry.
right.
Sorry.
We can. It's
And
impossible.
so once we realize that we that both sexes are needed, then we can realize, hey, we need to be with somebody so we can be
Yes.
strong. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We need
Exactly.
both, we need left hand and right hand to be complete. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that's my whole thing about it. But let me see what Tim said. Tim he said, I've had a conversations with multiple women about how men of standards and quality don't approach women most of the time. I really couldn't give them an answer as to why, other than that when I'm outside to handle business or enjoy myself. Neither neither time to do I have hold on. Neither the time to do what to talk to women on my mind. Yeah, so I get what he's saying. He's just saying that, like, I guess he wants us to talk about that, like, why because I've heard that a lot from women that there's not no good men approach them, you
Right.
know, and all that. So I mean, do you want to chime in on that, and then I'll come back after
Um.
that.
That goes back to what you were saying earlier. It depends on how you're looking. In all honesty, like if you're dressed, it's kind of hard to say, man. All right, say for man, I'm trying to put this in a nice manner without stepping on nobody's toes. But I know that your channel is not about saving nobody's feelings.
No,
But
right. It's not.
that's what I'm
Go
saying. It's
ahead.
not about saving nobody's feelings. But all right, so if I'm walking in the park, I see and I'm a conservative man. I'm an upstanding man. I see a woman mini skirt, boobs all out, whatever. It's summertime, you know what I'm saying? It's hot. But I see another woman over there, she's covered up, you know what I mean, no makeup, natural, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna, you know what I mean, want to have a conversation with her first versus the chick over there because me being a man I am of high standard, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna want a woman that's carrying herself close to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not if I'm looking for a nice night and we at the club, yeah, I'm talking to that joint over there. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying, but that's good
I,
time versus a long time.
it's exactly what you
That's what
said,
you're looking
bro. It's exactly what you said. A lot of times, and see what the damage with social media is, it damages the perception of what things should be.
at. What beauty
It's
is.
like it's like they get into these echo chambers of women trying to manipulate men and what they want. Like like men want a certain thing, but then you get into echo chambers, and these younger women get into echo chambers of women trying to tell them this is what men should want.
Right.
And then it's like it goes back to dress for the job you want. Like you
Yeah,
not
dress for the
I
job you
promise
want.
you,
Good analogy.
if you want a business job, you're not gonna go there with your boobs hanging out
Right.
with a short mini skirt on.
Right, right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna go in there covered up, nice, still
Yeah.
sexy, still
Yeah.
sexy, but you gonna dress the part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Women are trying to do this mass like manipulation, and I'm not saying all women because a lot of it's a minority of women that cry out the loudest and talk the most, and they tried to do this mass manipulation of this is what men should want. So be exactly who you are. No, don't be exactly who you are.
Right,
Look,
right.
if it was up to us men, bro, we would sit down, play video games, watch TV, and be a couch potato. And if
Right.
women want that, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't want to go out there and work and go make something of ourselves. That's hard
Right.
work. But we
Yeah.
do that because we want certain outcomes in our life. So we change what we actually want to do. We go out there and work, become a breadwinner, so we can take that bread and spend it on a family. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but
Mm-hmm.
women see it the other way around. Like, take me as
Right.
I am.
Yeah.
Let me do whatever I want. No, you got to put yourself in positions to get a better outcome, to get an outcome that you want. You can't just be
Right.
saying, "Hey, go to a job." Hey, I want to work in the STEM field. Well, okay, we can let you work in the STEM field. Okay, what's your credentials? What college you went to? I ain't go to college. What you mean you didn't go to college? I didn't go to college. Well, how you
Right.
gonna expect to work in the STEM field and you go to college? Well, you better just take me as I am. I want the best outcomes. I want to make the most money and without college. You see what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
essentially what women have been doing. And then we try
Right.
to say, no, stop. We want good outcomes as men, so we make ourselves hard. We push ourselves hard and work hard to get money, so we can get the best quality of woman that we can get for our money per se.
Right.
Women got to do the same thing. You got to present yourself in a way that you can attract the specific person that you want, so you can get the outcome that you desire. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's happening with social media. Is almost making women even more delusional than they already were or weren't
Right.
before they even touched social media. So
Exactly.
and that's what's happening.
And I don't want women to think that I'm coming down on them at all.
Yeah,
I
we
have
not.
daughters. I have three daughters. And I
I
have a
have two.
son.
I have two.
And my son is the one that I'm more concerned about because he's
Mhm.
not even of age yet to start dating. But the way the world is going, I feel like it's going to be slim pickings for him. It's like, dude, like I got to be the one that's less slutty. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French, but like that's what his choices are going to be. You know what I'm saying? Who's the least? You know what I'm saying? The more conservative woman is just like man, I don't want it to be so hard. I mean, it's hard now for men of our age, you know what I mean, to find a good woman. So I know it's gonna be hard to find, like nowadays, women all I know, not saying all women, but majority of women can't cook. Majority of women can't, clean properly. You know what I'm saying? All they know is look pretty. That's it. Because that's all is being shown in
Right.
social media. Back in the earlier days, before I was even born, you seen commercials of a woman in the house taking care of the husband, the kids, they stay home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's the way of the world now, but I'm just saying that it was advertised to be a great woman. to be the best woman you could be for your
Bro,
family. And
that's a
men go
great
to
point.
work. You know what I'm saying? Men go to work. It was advertised. Men go to work, take care of your kids, take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? That was what was advertised then. Now that's out the window. You don't see
Exactly.
commercials like that no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Right.
see a commercial of, hey, buy this refrigerator for your house and get your husband to buy it for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Right.
see that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You don't see that no more. So
Right.
it's like now it's like, oh, well, I ain't got to do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
And we can go deeper, a little deeper, and I'm just gonna skim on it because I don't want to get off topic too much. But it's what they want to do. They want to keep us separated. They don't want people to match up. They don't want people to get together and get married. You spend less money when you get married. They know by statistics and by the stats, they show that when people get couple up, they tend to spend less money. But if you keep them separated and you advertise them of separation, then you can get money out of men and women.
I got my own place. I got my own car.
Right. So now instead of one house, it's two houses.
Yep.
Instead of one car, it's two cars. You know what I'm saying? And so they it's good for quote unquote for the power structure. It's good for the societal economic engine to keep us separated.
Exactly.
And see, we have so many posts about people trying to break generational curses, trying to build generational wealth. And the best way to build generational wealth is get two people together that's like-minded and build generational wealth. Not do it by yourself. That ain't the best way, especially in this society. Maybe back in the day, but not today. Nope, that's all gone. The best way is to get together, sign that contract, because it's a contract.
It's definitely a legal binding contract,
right?
Yes.
And say and let your money be the business, and let your personal lives be two mutual respecting adults, and move forward and build money and build wealth, build legacy, build family, and that's what mainly what I talk about is that right there. I want the family structure to come back, and social media is messing that up all the way. You don't know who to listen to, you don't know who to trust, so you just kind of pick whoever you want that sound good to your ear, and and it could be the wrong message. But let me say this. Facebook user said social media is just another tool. The discipline is within the man and woman. I guess they just it's true. It takes discipline on both sides.
Definitely discipline. That's discipline.
It takes more discipline than yesteryears though, because the
and that's what I'm saying. We're exposed to so much now. It's not. It takes a lot more discipline than it did back in the day. Back in the day was, hey, I'm gonna just go home. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't even go home because as soon as you go on your phone, the outside world right there in your finger. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you can go from work, go home. Now you're with your family. There's no outside distractions. Now the outside distractions that were outside are now inside, and it's the World Wide Web on your pocket.
It's in your pocket, literally.
Yep. I met this chick in China, you know what I'm saying? Like, China, you never gonna talk to her. Why are you messing your family up for this chick in China?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. It's totally different now. Yeah, man. It's not like before, man. It's not like before. Back when MySpace was popping, that was the start of the downfall.
Right, exactly. I was thinking about that today, because I really wanted to say, hey, man, when did this all started? I was like, MySpace, man. But MySpace wasn't as hyperdrive as it is now. Like, it's like it's on steroids now, and it seems like the good things that we're supposed to get from society is like it helps out a lot, but when it comes to the bad things, that's on steroids. Like, everything, we get so much bad information about who men are and who women are, and what relationships should look like, and who should lead and who should not lead, and why they can't lead because they make less money, and I can't submit to somebody that makes less bread than me, and now, all this kind of crazy mess. And I'm just like, whoa, and that's why I had to say something. Somebody has to come against what the bad is, because I come from a time, and you come from a time before social media, and we saw what was what. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these younger cats and a lot of these younger women, in their 20s, they don't remember the world without social media. You
at
know what I'm
all.
saying? So it's just
I,
like,
I remember a world without cell phones. So you know what I'm saying?
right. I didn't get my first
So,
shoot. I didn't get my first cell phone till I was like almost out of high school, man. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Doggone grown man. Before
I had to buy it myself. I bought
right,
my
me
first
too.
cell phone in
Right,
11th grade. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So yeah,
right.
I was work. I
I
ain't
could,
had no car. Had a cell phone. See, like,
right,
'cause I was like,
right.
I gotta get a cell phone.
We had
Everyone
to
has
pay.
one.
We had to put minutes on it. Prepaid cell phones. They don't know
Prepaid
about it.
minutes, man.
Man, they don't
Yeah,
know
man.
about that, man. Virgin
Yeah,
Mobile. You see,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, they don't even know about that. I'm throwing out.
Know what I had? What was Alltel? That's what I had.
Oh, Alltel, yeah.
Yeah, I had Alltel.
But
But
yeah,
but going back to what you were saying earlier, people just give this perception of, you know, the grass is greener. That's really what the topic should be. I mean, destroying relationships. The grass
mhm.
is greener. Because we all have been. I mean, the show Catfish is this. You know what I'm saying? Like Catfish is this. You sitting there talking to a person you've never seen before. You hold a whole
Right.
conversation. I've been dating this person for a year online. How are you having a relationship with somebody
For a
online?
whole year and
A
never
whole
meet the
year.
person.
Never met him.
Never video chat. How you never
Nothing.
how you never video chat in the world of video chatting? Like it just baffles me. Like for a whole year, maybe a week or two. But you in a relationship for a whole year and some change, and you video chat with anybody. Yeah, that's crazy. But let's get to this next one. Tim says, it was a conversation with a woman who approached with that, or who approached with that conversation. They said that,
I mean, but you got. Hello.
yeah, go ahead, say it, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
I can hear you.
No, I was reading what Tim had said.
Okay, yeah. And it was the woman who approached with
Hmm.
that conversation topic. They said that they have been pushed into app dating. Um,
Hmm.
I think the issue is with the app dating and them being pushed. I think they've been forced to go into app dating. First of all, this generation is lazy. I'm just gonna say it, men and women alike,
Yeah, Michael.
just
It's the
lazier.
microwave era. It's the
Right. I
microwave era,
mean,
man.
we were microwave era. What is this? You know what I'm saying? This is the
Yeah.
instant, like the instant era. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no,
This
this
is a
is
bag
the
of chips. It's the
nah,
bag of chips
this
era.
nah, this no. I'll call this the air fryer era.
Air fryer era. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
think they could
Yeah.
do a lot of work in such short time, you
Yeah.
know.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
so
Definitely.
so I'll call this the air fryer era. And so
Definitely.
it's like they think that it's supposed to be easier than what it actually is. So when they
Right.
go out into the world, they think it's supposed to just be easier. 1, 2, 3, bam, 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 and everything's gonna
Hmm.
work out. So they go to this
Hmm.
app, which is a lot easier, but it also makes things a lot more difficult. It's just crazy. The easier they try to make it, it gets more difficult, especially with the apps, man. Like, I think those apps are trash. I think every man and woman need to get off those apps and stop making those people money, because those people don't really want people to get together, because then that
Right.
hurts their bottom line. They want single
Yep.
people. The more single
Yeah.
people you have on those apps, the more money they can make. So it's just
Yeah.
like they don't really want you to get together. So they
Right.
don't even make it. They can add new features on the app that can actually, change a lot of the issues that women and men are having alike. But they don't want to change that. They want them to have issues so they can stay single. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And stay on
Yeah.
the app.
Definitely.
And right. So it's them apps are terrible. So if any man or woman listening to this, get off those dating apps. They're terrible. Like, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, guys are on that app for one thing.
One thing only.
One thing only.
Yeah.
For
And
the
it's
most
easier for
for
them
the
on there because
most
they
part.
ain't. Yeah. 'Cause I think it'd be easier on there for them because now you don't have to really put up much of a conversation. Like, hey, read my bio. You know what I'm saying? Like, read my
Right.
bio. Everything you need to know is so what's up? What you doing this weekend? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's straight to the point now. And I mean,
Right.
so it's like, yeah, the dating apps, and they got so many of them now. I remember started with what did it start with? Singles Meet or something like that. I don't know, man. There's so many of them nowadays. See commercials all the time. That's why I don't even watch TV no more. Like for real, I just watch my TV shows. The commercials is ridiculous now. It's
Yeah,
always something new.
like I'm spoiled too. My wife would I was like, why didn't you upgrade to the no commercial plan? We ain't doing this no more. We did this as kids. We don't have to do this no more.
YouTube, man, listen, YouTube. I don't look at apps on YouTube. I pay for that. I pay for Hulu, Netflix.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled to a point, but imagine we remember when there were commercials. We remember when we couldn't pause the TV. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we missed it, we missed it. These people have, these kids today have where you pause the TV, you can skip the commercials, you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So it almost builds up this entitlement that we're seeing in men and women today alike. It's like I hear and I hear the mainly on the women's side about this whole, oh, I don't want to settle. I shouldn't have to settle for less. What do you mean? The only thing you should be settling, ma'am, is settling down. That's all you should be thinking about. You talk about settling. What do you mean settling? What are you talking about? I don't even get that concept. Like, it's like they don't even control getting married. Like, you got to be what the dude wants, or he's not gonna pick you. Like, I don't understand. Like, unless hey, women are getting down on their knees today.
Listen, man. First time I seen that, I said, nah, this gotta be a prank. This can't be real.
Right.
And I'm seeing more and more videos of it. I'm like, yo, are you really proposing to dudes out here? And that goes back to the role reversal thing. You know what I'm saying? Role switching. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you proposing to a dude, giving him a ring, and I pay for all your bills and do all this. Like, what?
Right.
Man. Right. And then we had, I was like, damn, that dude lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'd rather not have my girl propose to me. Because that means, as a man, I'm not doing what I need to be doing.
Right.
What happens at the time you had to meet the girl parents? You know what I'm saying? Like a courtship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a thing anymore.
Man, I tell you this right now. When I tell about my wife's story, me and my wife's story, we courted, and people like, what's that? Like, people do that no more? No, people don't do it anymore. This is a special case because I didn't see people around me doing that. So it's like, because I think when the reason why I feel like all that is gone and it's not heard of today, because I think perspectives today are so warped. What would courtship even look like today? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know who's supposed to be the head and who's supposed to be the helpmate. We think women think men are supposed to be there to help them, and they're not there to help them in return. And then men think that, women should just get on their program and that's it. There's no discussion. Then you got you just got so much other things. Like, it's like men don't want to lead anymore when they're supposed to be, because I believe the proper order of things is God, man, women, and children.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like I talked about this on the Petty podcast. And we had Petty shameless plug. We had Petty podcast at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. I think this week we're doing it on Thursdays, but we'll get back to y'all. Just follow my page. We'll get back to you on Petty Podcast. But we said this on Petty Podcast, that women and men have such a warped understanding of how things should go. So it's like, what roadmap how do we navigate this? If there's something goes wrong, if we get lost, where's the roadmap to get us back on track? Like, can we go to the older folks and say, hey, we did it this new age way, we had no roadmap. Something's going wrong here. Something's not working out here. How can we get back on track? Well, you can't go to the older folks because they have a roadmap and you're not using that roadmap. Hey, we don't know. We're gonna try to navigate this, and we're gonna say, all right, y'all tried it y'all way. It's not working. How about do it the way that it has always worked for the last over 2,000 years?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How about we try that again? Then they're like, oh no, we can't do that. We not old. You old. You so traditional. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, continue having the problems you've been having. At least we know we have a roadmap in the olden time. You see what I'm saying? That if something breaks down or something goes wrong or we get lost, we can go refer back to that old roadmap.
Well, you also have to take in part that there was a generation that was skipped. Like the mothers of late 70s, 80s, and early 90s, those mothers that was during time of epidemic, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of single mothers back then. The fathers weren't there because they were on drugs or doing drugs and getting arrested. So that stint in history really messed up the world of the parents that we have today, including myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't meet my dad till I was 12. You know what I'm saying? I know him now. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, if I never met my dad, so say if, I continue my life, I never met my dad, I wouldn't have had, someone to talk to and be like, well, how did, you work with da 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 da. I still refer to my grandma for relationship advice. You know what I'm saying? So like, grandma, how you and grandpa make it work for so long until he passed away? Y'all stayed married. You know what I'm saying? Like that's rare to see with those mothers that I was saying about. It's rare to see a household that lasted for so long. Like I said, the divorce rate is crazy now. It only gets worse year by year. You know what I'm saying? And it started, like I said, back, in that time of, late 70s to the 90s. So it's like, I think it was all designed. It was all designed to get to where we are now.
Right.
And also it was all written in the Bible as well. You know what I'm saying? People don't refer to the Bible a lot. You know what I'm saying? But like, how can we fix this? You know what I'm saying? And you can fix it if you're willing to do the legwork, read, study, apply it to your life, and move forward. But the way the world's going, hell in a hand. I mean, what do you say? Going to hell in a handbasket. You know what I'm saying? And that's the route we're going. So, is there a solution for the world as an entirety? No, but there is a way that you can save your relationship. There is a way that you can have a successful relationship. And one of those ways is definitely cutting out the time that you spend on social media. I'm not saying you have to cut it out completely, but the time that we all spend on social media is like, I could be sitting right next to my girl and we both scroll on our phone. And that's the time we could be, what I'm saying? That's the time we could be talking to each other or spending time with the children and things like that. So that's another aspect of it. It takes it. You're living in the same house with someone, but you're still separated because your attention is elsewhere. Your attention is not on each other. Your attention is not on the family. I remember when I was growing up, I was either outside playing with my friends or at my family's house, or I'm in the house spending time with my mom. You know what I'm saying? My sisters. So it's like when before social media, it was a lot of family time. It was a lot of love. It was a lot of.
But to that point, bro, to that point, you absolutely right. How we're on social media all the time, but could it be why we even are on social media all the time even more? Because we have lost the art of relationships. See what I'm saying? Like, what would you do? It's like you go to the dinner table and you say no phones. We don't even know how to talk to each other no more.
Right.
We don't really know how to interact with regular people.
Yeah. That lack of communication. The communication.
People are extra bold online because they don't have to see you in your face. So they be talking all kind of stuff that they wouldn't say if they was in your face. Me, I don't have that problem. I would say exactly what I say online in anybody's face. But a lot of people don't do that. So it's just like when you get person to person, it's like I'm this bold and outspoken person and my life is perfect online. But when you shut all that down and the lights turn off, can you have a conversation for real?
Right.
Can you connect with people for real? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a fear that we have. So we cover that up with social media because guess what? It's also our comfort because we get likes. We get that dopamine hit. We could be bold and I'm an independent woman and I don't need no man, but you crying every night about a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. That's what I'm
I
saying.
can't
Like,
find
so
no good man nowhere. Nobody.
right. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, oh, and you know, I'm gonna say this because it just came to my mind. Let me say this correctly though. And I made a video about this on the channel. Y'all check out the channel and go ahead and subscribe to it and go ahead and click the notification bell for more updates. Because I said this on the channel that women would that say, "Oh, I'm single by choice." Okay, are you? Are you? So you telling me that you have a man, you have plenty of men that check all your boxes and they after you, and you say no, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you block all of them.
Right.
That's a woman that is single by choice. You know what I'm saying? A woman
Yeah,
that's not right. A woman that's not single. A woman that's not single by choice is if she can't find the man that check off all her boxes. You're not single by choice. That's not a single by choice. That's because you're not attracting what you want.
Right.
So you just single by happenstance. So
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I want to address that. But Brandon said relationships for decades has been based on media and the Joneses. Yeah, facts, bro.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah,
That's facts.
Yeah. You control the media, you control the masses. Now it's social media.
He said also we have to keep our relationships private, regardless of what's going on.
Good point.
What's the OG with the OGs and
granny and grandpas as well.
Okay, granny and grandpas. Yeah, aunts and unks. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And that's what's killing it too. That's another part of killing it. Thanks for bringing that up, Brandon. That's another reason why relationships are destroyed.
Everything's on front page.
Right. And so now instead of y'all handling in-house, everything is left to public opinion. Oh, you
everybody
should leave
has
him.
a comment.
You should leave.
Everybody
you should leave him.
Everybody
you
has
should
an
leave
opinion.
Her. Right. And it's like you're not living this life.
Right.
You not. You didn't build with this person. You're not in a relationship with the person, but instead, those say, and it's crazy because there's a lot. You look at the stats, especially in our community. There's a lot of people that's out there single. And so you think people want to see you win in that, and when they losing in that part of that, you know what I'm saying? Like in there, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're saying, man. It's like social media is damaging in all kinds of ways, man. But that's a good point, Brandon.
Brandon, that's a real good point. Because I see I had a conversation with one lady and she told me, she said the best way to keep your relationship intact is just don't tell nobody what y'all doing. Right. Keep people out y'all relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't sit well at first. Like, what you mean? Well, I want to tell my mom, I want to tell my dad. Nope, not even them. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, because say, God forbid, you have an argument with your girl or you have an argument with your man. And then you go tell your mom and your dad. Now they're going to be on your side. So when y'all make amends as a couple, now they still got outside feelings. Like, no, I remember that one time she or he did this, that, and the third, and you gonna still be with her? Nah, man, that's crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. If I was you, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying. You'd be like, nah, but like we cool now. You know what I'm saying? So now you still got to deal with the outside hate while trying to keep your relationship healthy in house. So yeah, Brandon, that was definitely a good.
And I want to say this. Yeah, that was a good point, Brandon. I want to say this, bro. It's kind of crazy because when we're talking about this grass is green on the other side, people paint such a beautiful picture on social media.
Yep, immaculate.
And it's like you think that's how relationships are always supposed to be. Right. And I say that because of this. Relationships are very hard work. If it wasn't hard work, everybody will have them. Everybody will be successful. Married. Right. Everybody will be married. Relationships are hard work. You talking about you talking about being a boss chick. You talking about being a boss. Listen, you get into a relationship and see if you can boss up in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Right. Relationships hard. People don't understand. They say, oh, how can that person do that? Or how can that person say that? You don't know what's going on in their house. You don't know what's happening. It's hard work. And so a lot of people think it's not supposed to be that hard. It's supposed to come easy. No, it's not, because if it did, everybody will be doing it. No,
Yep.
there will be no complaints. It will be literally the whole social media world. You barely will see any complaints. Barely. And that's the thing, man. It's like social media has warped like even the good, like things that are quote unquote look good, but it's really a deception. And
Right.
it actually gives unrealistic expectations of what things are actually supposed to be. And it's very
And
dangerous, man.
I can't even imagine being famous
Oh
in a
man.
relationship. In a relationship, being
Oh
famous,
boy.
everybody's watching your every step. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So it's like
bro.
you can't mess up, man. And then when you do
Bro.
mess up, but then when you do mess up, as a figure that's famous, now the people that are below you, they think it's okay. They think it's okay. Oh, Kevin Hart did this, that, and the third. I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? Shoot,
Mhm.
I can slip up. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like,
Right.
okay, well, these famous people doing what they want to do. Why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, man, it's a tough time living. So my question is, what's the solution? What can we do to even make it better? You can't cancel social media. That's gonna be here forever until the Christ come back. That ain't changing. You know what I'm saying? So how do we how do we start a healing process of making things better? Or can we even
Look,
answer that question?
I mean, the only thing we can combat nonsense is with things that are not nonsense.
Right.
I feel like what we need to do is um make sure that we combat that with the truth. I think the more, and that's why it takes for bold men, because women are saying, speaking their truth, they speaking it. What the problem is that we're having, I'm seeing that men are not stepping up and being who they supposed to be.
Right.
Men today, and I'm gonna say it, men today are weak. They're
In
not men.
general.
They're not men in general. They're not manly men anymore, for the
Nope.
most part.
Nope.
Men need to step in their place. They need to be bold and tell women the truth. That's the only way we're gonna stop this. Imagine if we go out into the world where men are telling women the truth.
Right.
How different the world will be. Think
Right.
about it. I mean, you'll get a lot of women in hospital with, having anxiety attacks and stuff like that. But we can pray for them and lay hands and get deliverance from anxiety, because
Hey.
God is your strength. We can do that.
Right. Right.
But imagine if men stand in their place and tell women the truth.
Right.
It will take a lot of, I call it, delusion withdrawals. We got to get them off the delusion. So
Right.
it's gonna be a lot of heartache and pain. But I think telling the truth is the pathway to set them free. You know what I'm saying? And it's the pathway that because they in a deception so bad, and the society's in a deception so bad, the more we tell the truth, the less way we give way for lies to perpetuate in people's lives. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's how we, you know, and I don't want to get too deep, but I'm gonna get a little deep because I'm spiritual and I believe in God.
Hmm.
That's how we stop demonic forces coming into people's lives. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That you're living in a deception. You're lying to yourself. You just giving way for demonic presence to come in your life. But if we start telling people the truth, they shall know the truth, and the truth will set them free.
Set you free. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what
Yep.
happens. If we keep telling the truth and we stand in our square, no matter if they gonna cry, no matter if their perception is gonna shatter, no matter if their life is going to take a back turn for a moment, but that truth will set you free. And if we as men stand in our place and start telling women the truth, I think we'll start seeing more marriages last. because what happens is you got a lot of people that's lying to people and manipulating people out of marriage to come and say, oh, it's gonna be better over here, so come out of
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But if you know the
Right.
truth that it's not better out there, you be like, oh, I'm gonna stay my behind home, I ain't going out
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. Man, that's some good. That's
You
some
gotta tell
good
the
points
truth,
there.
man. That's what we got.
You got to tell the
What's
truth.
going. That's what's gonna stop the problem. It's a hard work to do. It's annoying work to do. I get online and talk about and try to tell women the truth. You think you think that it gives me pleasure to risk triggering women? No, it gives me pleasure by telling them the truth, because I believe what the word of God says. You know what the word of God says? That love rejoices in truth, with truth. Love rejoices with truth. The reason why people are not feeling the love, because we're not being truthful with people.
No truth. Yeah.
The love, that's how you really love somebody, if you tell them the truth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so, because it's been backwards and it's been deception. Oh, if you don't love me, if you don't tell me what I want to hear. No, telling you what you want to hear is what's hurting you. You know what I'm saying? Telling you what you want to hear is
That's
actually
like that.
manipulation.
What you mean, like what you saying? That's like, say you go to the doctor's office and the doctor be like, really, I gotta tell her she gotta lose weight. But if I tell her that, then that's fat shaming. So now I can't tell her that. So I'm just going there and tell her she's fine.
And then she's
And
going
now
to
you're
die of heart disease.
Exactly. Now you're dead of heart disease because they
Right.
can't tell you the truth because everyone's sensitive now.
Right. And all she
Weak
had to
men,
do,
like you just said.
right, weak men, all she had to do was lose 25 pounds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Weak men, man.
That's it. And that's the issue. If men start telling women the truth, and we need to be wise though. But we do need to tell the truth. There's sometimes we need to hold our peace and be quiet about things. Be wise about it. But when it needs to be said, you have to say the truth. That's all I'm saying. We need to say the truth when truth needs to be said. Don't say, oh, this needs to be said, but I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the headache. I don't want the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, weak man. Like I said, weak man.
Yeah.
Stand on your square. Tell the truth. Tell ladies the truth. Imagine if all they can go, it don't matter if they leave you, they go to another man that's strong and tells them the truth. They leave him, it's like, oh, I don't like what that person said. Go to another man and they telling them the truth. They can't
eventually
hide from the truth.
Yeah, I about to say eventually they'll get the point and be like, well, man, everybody telling me the same thing. I guess I gotta change this.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's up to us men to stand in our place. I think everything's out of order, out of whack. I think I hear a lot of women saying men, haven't been stepping in their place, and so that's why we step into place. I don't think that's what that is. I just think that y'all want to be in that place because it's a position of, you think, perceived power. So that's a whole nother issue. Yeah, but I just think that men need to get in the right place. But the problem is this: are women going to allow them to do so? That's another problem. Because we're not going to strong arm women.
I'm saying, we're not going to grab women and
say, get out the way, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? We going to say, hey, we standing in our place. Who told you could? Did they go look at us? Who told you could do that, sir?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm like,
definitely.
I said I could do that because I'm a man. I'm going to stand in my place.
Man, don't say that. And then next thing you know, oh, he said, yeah, man, he better than a woman. I'm telling you, everyone's sensitive today as well. So yeah, as you can see, everyone, you will get canceled quick. You say something somebody don't like. You say something somebody don't like. You be like, oh, man, nah, we can't deal with you no more. But we can talk about, killing each other and things like that. But when it comes to, hey, man, let's be real men out here and tell women the truth and be real fathers and things like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear that. That's boring.
You go on YouTube, it says the Dower 718 says, I go ahead and tell your pregnant wife who's 8 months pregnant she looks like a cow since you left.
No, man. No.
That's why I said
You gotta
you
be
don't have
wise.
you be wise. You
Yeah,
can't
you
just
gotta be
be
wise.
you can't listen. The truth is a sword. You can't just be cutting
Yeah.
everything that don't need cutting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like some things need cutting, some things don't
Yeah.
need cutting. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be wise. Like you just because I got a kitchen knife don't mean I got to cut everything I see. I got to cut
Right.
what needs to be cut. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. When the truth needs to be said, but that's a good point that they're saying. You don't tell, you don't do that. That's you. You trying to get kicked out of the bedroom and lock the doors get locked on you, so you got to
Right,
sleep
right.
on the couch by
I don't
default.
know why I'm sleeping. I don't know why I'm sleeping on the couch. She mad at me for something I didn't even know.
I told my wife a long time ago, and I'm being 100, and she know I be 100 on this. Nobody makes me sleep on the couch. If you don't want to sleep beside me, you go sleep on the couch, and that's real. And
Right.
you can ask my wife. I don't play with that. There ain't nobody making me sleep on the couch. Now, I might choose to sleep on the couch because I want to give you some space. But
Right.
you ain't gonna say, "Oh, you go sleep on the couch. I don't want to sleep beside you." If you don't want to sleep beside me, I'm sleeping in my bed. That's my bed too. You can sleep beside me. I love you. Sleep beside
Right. This
me.
our bed.
But
Yeah.
but for some reason you don't feel like you can do that, can stomach that for the moment, then
Right.
we have a beautiful couch. We have multiple couches. You can pick one.
Pick one. I even got a blow up mattress. Which one you? I can help you
Right.
out. I can blow it up
You know
for
what I'm
you.
saying? But yeah, nah, but yeah, I mean, it's all love, but that's just being truthful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
you know, we in this together, and that's the whole thing with that statement. We in this together. And when you just have to be wise about what you do. You can't just be going around telling women that they look like cows and stuff. That's not gonna work out. Especially if she's pregnant, you kind of got an excuse at that point. You pregnant, you about to push out a baby. You 8 months. Come on, man. You ain't gonna tell a woman she like a cow, man. She's so many hormones racing through her body and all that kind of stuff. Nah, man. This ain't wise. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, let's see. Where- Oh, he got lost connection. He'll come back through. But yeah, I want so uh Will White said, "What's up? What's up? What's up, Slim?" As another my petty podcast host, actually the host of petty podcast. I'm just on the show. Um let me act real back to it.
Yeah, my fault.
You back now. You good, man.
All right.
But I was just reading what Will said. He said that don't work. You just get shamed into doing otherwise well. So I'm assuming that he's talking about how we try to get shamed um into doing what women try to shame us into doing what they think we should be doing as men. And
Yeah.
that's a big issue with social media too.
Yeah.
The biggest issue, the issue with social media is echo chambers. And when I mean echo chambers, I mean hashtags. It's like people live in hashtags. So, and the algorithm knows what hashtags you like. So it pushes you information according to the hashtags that you like. So, like if you watch a video and you like it and it has certain hashtags, the algorithm matches up other hashtags and pushes that in front of you because it wants you to engage and like videos. So then it'll keep pushing certain hashtags in front of you that you've been liking previous like. So that's been the issue with social media. So women are getting into these echo chambers, into these hashtags, and you got whole hashtags that's there just trying to shame men. A real man would do this. No, real man won't do that. No, you want a man to do that. Just say that. I want men to be like this. Don't say a real man will try to shame us. That doesn't work. And it's crazy because if that works on a real man per se, because we get that term real man from women because they try to use that as a shaming word term. Men don't say, "Hey man, I'm a real man." We say, "No, we're men." That's it. We're grown. This is a man. But they try to shame us, and so we be like, "All right, that doesn't work on a real man." And if it did work on a real man, he will then for not be a real man, and you wouldn't even want him because you want this so-called real man. He'll become a simp, and you don't want simps. It's as crazy as like it's a self-perpetuating problem. It's like it's crazy because when women try to understand men, they call that woman a pick me. And I'm just like, don't you want to get picked though? I thought that was the whole idea, to get picked. So why is a woman trying to understand a man called a pick me? And then like if men try to understand women so we can get in relationships with women, isn't that supposed to be reciprocated back? Aren't women supposed to say to men, hey, don't you I want to know how men act and what men like, so I can act accordingly, so I can get the specific man that I want. Like, I don't understand that. Like, men act accordingly. We want a specific woman, we act accordingly to get that woman. Women are like saying, no, we can get, because of social media, we can get ball players if we want, and stay the same. And stay the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could get a millionaire, a dude that makes six figures, staying the same. I ain't got to change nothing about me. Come on, man. Like, that's what's crazy. It's like it damages both sides. Social media damages both sides, but honestly, bro, I'm gonna be frank, and there's no shade. It's hurting women worse. Because if you look at the stats, women are mainly on social media more than men. So of course that's natural. That is going to damage women more than it does men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's a big problem, and it's a lot of work. And I'm up for it. I'm gonna put in the work. Some of the work. I just employ some men to stand bold and tell these women the truth. Don't leave me out there.
We have to have that unity and brotherhood that we don't have anymore. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't have that unity and brotherhood anymore that we once had. It used to be, holding your friends accountable for taking care of your family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It used to be, having your friends like, hey, bro, like, your kid's good. You know what I'm saying? We all looked out for one another. You know what I'm saying? You and your wife need something. Like, that isn't happening. And it's like, hey, man, him and his wife going through something. It's funny now. Drama is funny now.
Right.
So now I'm laughing at someone else's pain. So there's no help. There's no help anymore. There's not someone that you can really go to and be like, bro, like, I don't know what to do. My wife mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Your friends will laugh at you. Man, she mad at you for what, man? Let's go out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that community that we once had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking for myself. I'm just talking about, like, history wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, like, talking to older men. I was like, yeah, man, my brother used to get on me if I talk crazy to my wife in front of them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not, it's not, like I said, times have changed for the worse. So like I was saying earlier, there has to be something that changes drastically in the way we perceive relationships, the way we perceive social media. Like the person said earlier, it is a tool, and we have to have more discipline. Yes, we do have to have more discipline, but where's it going to start at? Who's going to lead that? You know what I'm saying? We had, Dr. Martin Luther King's and Malcolm X's, men that stood up for something that we could look up to, and there was a standard. You know what I'm saying? There was a bar that was set that we could be like, man, I ain't doing like him. You know what I'm saying? I got to step up.
Right. So, but it's crazy because if a dude like that steps up, it's like, how is he going to be received in this kind of environment? You know what I'm saying? Like, I started talking on my channel about this, and I know I lost a lot of subscribers. A lot of people were like, I know they were like, oh, what is he doing? I'm disappointed. And I'm just like, y'all been praying that men step up and do something. Then a man steps up and do something. Then y'all like, no, we don't want him. Or why is he doing it? What qualifies him? You know, it's just like what do y'all want? So at the end of the day, men just got to step up, and whoever don't get in line with this new stepping up of men, they're just gonna be left behind. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I love everybody, but everybody ain't for me, just like I ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we pretty much just have to go forward, and men just have to step up, knowing that they might not be received well in this climate, in this environment, and we just gonna have to be sincere, and hopefully, slowly but surely, people will start listening. You'll start seeing different outcomes, and at the end of the day, they're gonna respect you. They're gonna like it. They're gonna they don't have to like it, but they're gonna respect it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we should be requiring. We shouldn't want people to like us. We should want to do what's right. And every time you do what's right, don't mean people gonna like you because you're doing right. You know what I'm saying? So we just need more men to speak up in this environment.
They hated Jesus, man.
Yeah, right. they hated Jesus. Like really, they hated Jesus. Like, what he did wrong? He healed the man on the Sabbath. What? Yeah. He healed the man, though. The man was like that for 30 years. He's healed. What are you talking about? He should have did it on the Sabbath. Really, though? Like it's just like,
when you
the man was blind. I healed the man for being blind.
Right, exactly.
And you hate me for that? Like, people wild, man. People wild.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
but
man.
But that's what I'm saying. When you empower so much, and that's why I said how the women are gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to take it in the other way? You know what I'm saying? Like, how they're gonna receive this new emergence of men? Because I'm not the only one that talks about this stuff, and try to, tell the truth to women, and try to tell the truth about relationships, and try to empower men to do the same, and try to empower men to stand in their square and be what they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be, I'm not the only person that's doing this, but in this climate, you got to know that you're not going to necessarily be received well. And you just got to do what you know what's right to do.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Samuel started out, tried to start out, doing like he started out getting on men a lot.
Right.
You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? But what's shown is, him getting on women. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was going in the right direction. He just went about it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was rough. He wasn't everybody's cup of tea. It's like he wasn't saying anything wrong in particular.
He was telling the girls they were fat cows. They were 8 months pregnant. That was Kevin said. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just went about it the wrong way.
Okay, that he said that.
Nah, he ain't say that.
Right, he wouldn't say that because he actually. I remember him saying that a woman that's married and pregnant, you don't talk. This doesn't pertain to her. He was talking to single women that especially don't have kids. What's the issue? You got time on your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To work out and do what you got to do. That's what he was saying. For someone that's married with kids, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but what is your? But I get what you said though. Yeah, I get. Yeah, so he definitely. Yeah. I know why you were saying it, but it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy because I think that he was, like you said, he was going the right way, and a lot of people, the way he did it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It gave a lot of people excuses to talk about him in a negative light, but he wasn't saying nothing wrong in particular.
Right.
It was just, just the way he was saying certain things. It was kind of like, it gave people an excuse, to talk bad about him. And I understand that, it's gonna happen. That's just the way of the world we live in. I mean, you could say it with the sweetest intention, with the sweetest, softest voice, and people still gonna find an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? So I say, just say it.
Right.
Let it fall where it may.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
bro.
I have to cut my time short, unfortunately.
No, we good, man. This was a good talk, man. We got to, hey, you come with another, topic, man. We got to do this again soon, man.
Definitely, man. We'll do it again. I'll be more organized next time. I'm in the process of moving right now, so
okay. But you need to come through Petty Podcast, man. Come through Petty Podcast, and talk, man. And it's on the Clubhouse app.
Got you.
Yeah, man. We had some good conversations there. Some real like after hour conversations. Some real stuff. Yeah.
Got you. I definitely get on that.
Yeah, we put the kids to bed, and people take our little wine, and talk, and we just have some grown folk talk. And it's a vibe for real. It is.
Got you.
But yeah, man. But I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Because I haven't been doing a live show in a while. I just been doing, my reaction videos, and it's actually refreshing to do a live show and get on here live.
Right.
I know y'all missed me doing live shows now, but I'm gonna get back doing live. I just was trying to situate some things, and we coming back with the live shows. We coming back. All right, bro. Well, you take care. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Kiss the kids for me. Stay safe, bro.
Gotcha, man.
All right, man. Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good night, man. God bless.
All right, you too. All right, God bless you too, man. Yeah, and so that's our show for the night. Y'all go ahead and go on my YouTube page. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell for updates. I put out videos pretty much every day. Trying to build a YouTube channel up. My Facebook have a lot more followers than my YouTube channel, so we trying to get there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We pushing for that goal, and I'm just gonna keep trucking. Getting this information out there. It needs to be had. These are conversations that need to be had. These are well overdue conversations, and I'm gonna keep having them. I'm gonna keep trying to educate. I'm gonna keep trying to encourage, and I'm gonna keep trying to rebuke when I need to, and I'm gonna keep keep trying to correct some things and put things in the proper perspective. And that's why I call this show Setting the Record Straight. We're going to set the record straight. All right. So, but don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates. Go to my YouTube channel at STRS, Setting the Record Straight with Peter Anderson. So you can put in Setting the Record Straight with Peter Anderson, or you can put STRS with Peter Anderson, and it'll come up. And go ahead and follow the page and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. All right. Till next time, too. We'll see y'all again next time. All right. Y'all take care. Enjoy y'all night. Because I'm going to. It's my birthday. So your boy turned 35 today. So, hey. You already know what's going down. No, I'm playing. Shh, don't tell my wife I said that. She already know. Anyways, so till we meet again.